Hey foodies, let's do a brown stew chicken. So here I have some chicken all washed clean, nice, marinated overnight with my sofrito and lots of garlic and fresh ginger, all marinated really beautiful. So now I'm going to brown stew this, or I'm going to caramelize the sugar. That is a nice old-time way in the islands. That way you will do it. So let's get over to the stove now. So here foodies, in my big old ugly pot. This pot is like 21 years old. I have it here at medium heat, and in here I have brown sugar. Now some of you may put oil to caramelize the sugar. Foodies, you do not need oil to caramelize sugar. Just put it in a warm pot and just watch the heat comes up, and all those crystals will just start melting away and give you that beautiful color that you desire for the color of your chicken. So by putting additional oil is just more oil in your meat. So let this come up to a beautiful color, and let's get this brown stew chicken or stew chicken going. Take a look at that, foodies. This is what I want. Now in goes our seasoned chicken. Lovely. Okay foodies, so in here now I have one tomato chopped up really nice, a ripened tomato, and you know I love my sofrito. This have bandanyao, shadow benny, cilantro, parsley, garlic, ginger, all this good stuff in here. Here I have 2 cloves of fresh garlic, and I have ginger and 2 onions diced really nicely under there, and this is only the bottom part of the cilantro. This have a lot of flavor in there, so I want to add this. Look at that, beautiful. Add that all in there. We're going to get some more colors, also a nice red color we're going to get from that tomato in there. And in here I have 1.5 tablespoonful of chicken base and Himalayan pink salt, 1/4 teaspoonful. So I'm going to give this a good mix, put that lid on, and let it slowly cook our stew chicken, island style, using caramelized brown sugar. So foodies, a lovely angry boil coming up here from Jenny's Walk, stew chicken island style, caramelized with brown sugar. Let's not forget that bay leaf in there, lovely. So don't forget to like and share this lovely video with your friends and family here at Jenny's Walk, where we're here to learn, share, and create. So let this get a nice angry boil. I'm going to put the lid on and let it continue boiling. This water here is the fresh water, as Granny would say. This have to completely boil out, or else that meat is going to taste very fresh. You know, Granny, we got to follow her rules for a divine, finger-licking good, great tasting stew chicken. There you go, foodies. A lovely angry boil. This is still the fresh water. So little advice, do not cover the pot. It's going to let a lot more water out. That's because all the tissues is breaking down, and we're going to get all that water. So we really want this water to boil off. So you leave it on high and let this fresh water, as Granny would say, boil off completely. So do not cover the pot. So here, foodies, is some nice lo mein noodle that I boil according to the package. And what is a great combo to go together with that lovely stew chicken that we're making? So I'm making a lovely Chowmein. So in here I have cabbage, zucchini, carrots, colored mini bell, sweet peppers, red, orange, and all those lovely color, cilantro, chopped really finely, the stem and the leaves, and scallion. And in here I have some meat base, vegetable base actually. I have some Chinese style seasoning salt, black pepper, some fresh powdered ginger and garlic, and some seasoned salt there, and some white pepper. Now what you can do, you can use fresh ginger and fresh garlic. So to this I'm going to be using a lovely sweet bean sauce and some oyster sauce, and also I'm going to be using that authentic flavor to come back, some sesame oil. So let's get cooking now. Okay foodies, so in my pot I have a little bit of oil, and I'm going to add that sweet bean. Now this have some fish sauce also going on in there, so you really have to watch your salt content. And in the corner here I'm just going to add a little bit of that oyster sauce. So now what we're going to do here, my oil is on medium. Raise that heat a little bit and just get that saute in a little bit there, because I didn't want it to splash. So I'm starting off from zero heat, that is, on the pot. So this is coming up really nicely. So we really want this pot to get angry now with me. So let that heat come up nicely. And as we move over here, look at our chicken. This is a fresh water. Remember, Granny don't want that fresh water in there. So this is frying up really beautiful. Give it a good rough turn in my big old ugly pot. Always keep these big old ugly pots, my dear foodies, when you go on your beach slime or you don't want to destroy your good dishes. There you go. This looks marvelous. I tasted for salt. So we're going to leave this alone, let it continue cooking. Now switching over gears over here now. This is a nice little angle I have going on here. Let's get all the vegetables in with the cabbage and everybody there. That looks super fine. And we're just going to toss this because we do not want a soft vegetables. We want crunchy vegetables. That is how I like my chow mein, and I think it's better that way because it's much more healthy and nutritious. You don't want to cook the nutrients out. Now for chow mein, my dear foodies, you could be creative. You could add carrots, Christophine, or as it's known as chocho. You could dice some cauliflower and give it a little steam and then add it on there. That's a great idea there. Also some broccoli. There's so many things you could do. You could even slice up some celery stalk and put it in, you know, just be a bit creative. Just work with it. So this is a room temperature. It was not icy cold. So, you know, it has good texture in there. Now in goes our noodles. You all know this lo mein noodle, don't we? So now we're going to give it a gentle mix. But before we start that mixing, this is the time that I like to add my sesame oil. Just give it a nice little drizzle on that noodles. So what it does is going to just loosen up that noodles really good. There you go, you see? So it's much more easier for you to flip. All you're doing is flipping. So turn the fire off. And let's give this a good little toss and just incorporate the oil with the vegetables and the noodles. And we're going to get a lovely noodles to enjoy with our stew chicken. Okay, foodies, the pot is calling me. And, ooh, they're all sticking now. You see that all that bunch of water is all gone. And now we have in there that oil. So to this, I'm going to add a cup and a half of water. Now, if you want gravy into it, you know, you're going to add a little more water and you're going to taste for salt. If you want to cook down dry, you know, you're going to know when it's done cooked. The meat is all going to start to be leaving, but we don't want it all crushed up. We want our meat together. So you just loosen up the meat in the bottom there. All this good stuff is in the bottom. Just loosen them up really nicely. And now we're going to let this meat cook to doneness here at Jenny's Wok. Don't forget to like and share this lovely video. Brown stew chicken caramelized with sugar with no oil in the pot here at Jenny's Wok. And you see the beautiful color we got by putting in the tomato in there. And all those fresh herbs now at the top we put it. We marinate overnight. But then when we're ready to cook, then we put in our salt and our more fresh seasoning and flavors that we're going to infuse this lovely chicken with. Delightful. Okay, foodies, I like this a lot. I love this color and I want to leave this amount of gravy in here. So this chicken is all done. Lovely dish here from Jenny's Wok. Caramelized chicken with brown sugar, no oil in there, with lots of fresh herbs in there with a lovely tomato. And I love the color. So let's turn that heat off. Ooh, lovely, isn't it? So let's put a nice plate together. Okay, foodies, let's take a look at this lovely stew chicken now. There you go. Lovely, beautiful color that we get from caramelizing that lovely brown sugar. Divine, beautiful color. I love it here. So I'm taking this dish out for someone. So this looks divine. It tastes marvelous. This spice and the salt, everything is just perfect. And here we have that lo mein. We all know that lo mein noodle from back home, from the island of Trinidad and Tobago. From Sinciere's, I think, or some lo mein. I can't remember really. I had a package there. It came out really nice, and it's boiled according to the package. It's not soft. It's really loose and nice. Let me try. Yes, marvelous. Great taste. Nice taste there from the sesame oil. And another meal here that I made, you will find this in my page and Jenny's Wok. This is a lovely rice and pink bean. like rice and bean together, all cooked up in one. The recipe is there. So this is a lovely dish here to take for a friend. Some nice rice, some stew chicken there, and some Chowmein, and I'll have a nice little fresh garden salad to go with this dish. So thank you all for joining me in making this marvelous, quick and easy dish here from Jenny's Wok. So don't forget to like and share my videos with your friends and your family, and joining into Jenny's Wok. Another great menu again, from my kitchen to your kitchen. Happy cooking!